Thank you guys for tuning in to another install of Msellepresents. I thank you so much for joining the channel again today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on all of my social media platforms so that you can stay up on everything that's going on here on the Yardstead and everything that's going on with me personally. I'll get right into this video. We're doing an update on the quail. I think that the next time that I hatch quail, when I put them in the incubator for lockdown, I think that I'm going to take them and put them in the incubator, but instead of putting them in the middle, I'm going to put them out to the edges. So that way when the quail hatch out, when they're running around in there, they're not kicking the other eggs and rolling them over where the chicks inside would get disoriented. Because I did notice that as the babies were running around, they were kind of knocking the other unhatched eggs. And some of them kind of like rolled around a little bit. So I think that that might be something that I'll do, or maybe put like some rings in there, or like shallow plastic dishes, and let the eggs hatch in sort of like those little quarantine spaces, since we're in a quarantine. Let them hatch, you know, kind of separate, and then have an open space in the middle where they can kind of run around and play. So yeah, one of those two options. I don't want to lose on my hatch rate, because at the last minute, one of the eggs that would have hatched got rolled around, and then the baby couldn't figure out which way was up and how to get out of the egg. So, but these guys look amazing. I'm so excited. 25 baby quail is, more than I had anticipated. And if all of these make it to adulthood, I will have a good number of, females to get my egg game going. Well, wanted to give you guys a quick update. Are about 4 days, 3.5, 4 days from when the quail all started hatching. I have shut down the incubator, and oh my, somebody's active. And I've shut down the incubator and taken all of the eggs that didn't hatch out. Out of the 42 eggs that went into the incubator, about 28, 29 of them hatched. I have had about five or six of the quail that passed either immediately after hatching while they were still in the incubator, or hatched within those first 3 days. I had 2 quail, 2 little babies that passed yesterday. Mostly I found that it was the brown quail that were a little bit, they're all smaller than the white quail, and they seem to be a little bit more fragile. These white quail, first of all, more of them hatched. Of the ones that have hatched, I have more of them left. So I'm excited that I have some really hardy birds to add to the flock. And it's also good because the quail, the adults that I have, are all brown Coturnix quail. The next quail that I buy are probably going to be a different color, because I want to have as many different sort of bloodlines mixed in as possible. My goal with my birds is only to breed for egg size and the size of the bird. I have no care at all what color they come out. These guys are going to be in the brooder here for 2 weeks. So first week of May, they'll go from the brooder out into the yard. What I probably will do is leave them in the brooder, but I'll just take the brooder out during the day and leave it on the back patio during the day. And then, get to the point where I'm leaving them out at night. You kind of have to harden them off like you harden off plants that are going from inside to outside. So just get them acclimated. It is spring here, so we've been getting days that have been, you know, above 60, 65 every day. So once they have some feathers on them, they won't have any problem, you know, staying outside during the day or even into the night if I really wanted to do that. But I do kind of want to make sure that I get as many of them to adulthood as possible. And with the quail, around week 8 is where they'll start to lay eggs. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to see how many of these are girls. And then I can actually use them to mix the flock up. I'll take some of the older birds with mix them with some of the newer birds, the older males with the newer hens, and then some of the older hens with the newer roosters. So that way we can kind of mix up the bloodline. All right, you guys. Well, don't forget to follow me on all my social media, Facebook and Instagram, as well as Twitter. And if you have a question or something you'd like for me to address in the future, certainly you can reach out to me by email as well. Don't forget, you guys, to continue to look for beauty wherever you can find it. I thank you, as always, for joining me for another install. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Kisses.